Drive on Lugnutz. Play on Perjangers.
There's nothing left to do but to crank over those engines, gearheads, 'cause 'tis none other than us, the Lugnutz podcast.
Welcome. Recorded 17 March 2024. GM talks to AI. Alpha takes on the Dodge. Staying a cruise your way to the next story. Volkswagen Performance ID Buzz. That and more. Thank you for joining us.
Enjoy the show. Drive on Lugnutz.
We want you to drive on over here. Facebook.com/Lugnutz podcast. Spelt with a Z, because we're edgy. Because we want you to see all of the automotive news from all around the world in about a half hour.
We'll see.
Sure, we'll see. But it's a lot like seeing this first story.
Electric is coming. Whether we like it or not, GM, they're going electric. They're working on where to put DC fast chargers, specifically in places where there aren't free ones or there isn't something already. It's nice to know those places you get free electricity. It is just for your car.
Yeah.
They're going electric, and it hasn't gone so smoothly so far. Turns out it's really hard.
You don't say.
You can only dig coltan out of the ground with a stick for so long, I guess. Well, whatever the problem is, the company were planning on making 2,000 fast charge stations.
Wow.
Maybe not.
It's a bit much.
John Francis, GM's chief data and analytics officer.
Big title. Big title.
Lots of words there.
Yeah.
He was talking about using AI, and why don't I just read what he said? There's an idea. And we see the positive effects of AI at scale. Whether that in the manufacturing part of business, engineering, supply chain, or the customer experience. It all runs through those threads.
I'm not going to lie. Any of those threads will probably be a lot smoother with AI. I mean, I know everybody's always worried about that corporate AI overlord, but it may actually run more efficiently.
Look, I'm sure GM and Skynet are going to do wonderful things. GM wants to put about 2,000 J and Pilot travel centers by the end of 2024. They're going to use AI to pick the best location. If you scroll down, I think there's a map.
Ooh, I love a good map.
There it is.
Ooh, yes, there is
and
a
here
map.
we go. Here's our map. This is of the
wow.
potential locations.
You know, I can't help but notice, like, right here where we are, there's, like, nothing.
Well,
like us, Washington, D.C., New York, there's, like, nothing there.
Maybe they'll put them there. Maybe that's where they'll put them.
It's, like, right there. There's, like, remember that old, like, phone coverage commercial? And they were like, it was usually
we got the whole country covered.
It was usually, like, right here in the country.
Except for this region here.
Yeah, it was usually right here in the middle. It was, like, nothing. Like, well, you know, we can't help you. But now it's like, well, right here, you guys in the really important part of the Northeast, like, hey, you're fucked.
We just have to use gas like everyone else. This has a geographical database. It's already deployed. A database of already deployed fast chargers based on the Department of Energy's resources, overlaid with a traffic data pattern overlay, which results in the map we have here.
Also can't help but notice how many, charging stations are in Texas.
Texas is a very large state.
A lot of them. In
Yes.
Louisiana and all in that little kerfuffle there. It's all the way up to the
Now
Canada.
I don't know if this is potential locations or where they already are.
It looks impressive.
It's if you're into data analytics, go ahead and message us and tell us.
Let us know what you
Something-
think.
Yeah, let us know what you think. There's an idea. Just like letting us know what you think about this next story.
Perfectly.
Honda. They have a recall.
Don't they always?
So for specific models built over 2 days last year, a steering
Very specific.
Yes. That's when the machine
2 days? The machine was down. We gotta put that shit out now.
That's when the machine wasn't calibrated on one particular workbench.
That checks out.
It was Bob.
Fuck Bob. God damn him.
Bob has bitches. I'm sorry, that's a wrong movie. Anyway, a steering gearbox was improperly secured to the workbench. It will thus triggering an alarm for 2 days.
It should. It should trigger it for longer than 2 days.
What could go wrong is the inner ball joint housing could detach from the steering rack. And I'm thinking steering's not going to happen the way you want.
It's going to be rough. It's
Oh.
going to be a little rough, like especially if you're trying to go straight and that detaches. Like
Yeah.
you're not going to be able to control it. So that's definitely a bad look. Yeah.
It affects the Accord Hybrid, Civic R, CV, CRV, the Fit, the HRV, the Insight, the Passport, the Ridgeline, the MDX, the RDX, the TLX. Wow.
So
That's a lot of models.
So nothing important, nothing popular. It's just, everything that you're driving right now if you love a Japanese car.
Everything on the road, yeah, that's Japanese. But
it's not all that bad.
It doesn't affect the next story. Alpha people worry. This is all from Stellantis.
Mm-hmm.
So the new Alpha Gallardo will be based on the same platform that the Dodge Charger's on.
Fair enough.
Made some Alpha people a bit worried.
Yeah.
It's just going to be a Charger with different badges. But
it will.
The platform is greatly expandable and flexible to accommodate many different sizes and wheel lengths, so they can just sort of move things a bit to make it a different vehicle altogether.
Okay.
The wheelbase can change, the length, the height of the cars on the platform can vary greatly. The new Silvio is going to be launched on this electric platform in 2025, and in 2027 they're working on an SUV. So that's that.
I mean, going from a sedan to an SUV is definitely a nice play for the American market. Everybody loves a good SUV. I mean, even if you drive a sedan, there are moments.
The new Alpha will look something like this.
But there are moments
Just
when
not
you drive a
very nice.
sedan that you wish you had an SUV. So having something stylish, maybe they'll do something, like this and make it look good. Who knows?
Well, there's times when you're driving a sedan where you think about this next story. I think this one's called the Maserati Grayscale.
It's gray, so that checks.
Grayscale foliage SUV. Maserati is entering the fourth. Yes,
that's an SUV.
It's Italian, I guess.
Okay.
Something Italian. I'm sorry I butchered your SUV.
It looks like a hybrid at best. I mean,
you can't tell I'm not Italian.
Yeah, we're definitely not Italian.
Maserati is entering its fourth year of its 100% electrification strategy, and it looks like they're standing strong. Second BVE model, the grayscale 4 Gorge SUV is this is what it is here. They said they're staying true to their Italian roots. I guess that looks like
Whatever that is to you, I'm sure it's important.
the first electric was the Gran Turismo, arrived in late 2022. This one will have two 250 kilowatt electric drive motors, providing 640 foot-pounds of torque for the SUV, and it'll also go 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 4.1 seconds, or 0 to 62.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
400-volt platform DC fast charge of 150 kilowatts equates to 20 to 80% in 29 minutes. The author reports that the driving is quiet and comfortable, which you'd expect from something electric.
Well, yeah, I mean, especially the comfortable part. That's the most important bit. Because when you look at any of these EVs, and especially any car in general, the comfort is really what sells it. Especially as I'm in not just in one auto manufacturer's dealership. I'm seeing all of the makes and models, and I'm sitting in all of them, and I'm experiencing them all. It really tells to actually have a good, comfortable interior.
MSRP between $90K and $100,000. You get 264 miles of range, which
You know, we all have our
it's enough
faults.
to get you to the grocery store and back.
Not for that money, but we all have our faults, you know? We all have our faults.
And I'm sure there's no faults in this next story. Look at it. I don't think it's the best looking front end.
It's different.
It's kind of like got buck teeth,
Yeah.
I want to say.
It's got a face a mother would love.
Only a mother would love this
Mhm.
Hyundai Santa Cruz. That's a name I can say.
Don't
They're-
tie it to Santa. Don't tie it to Santa.
It's a location. They're trying to stay competitive with the Ford's Maverick and Honda's Ridgeline. They have significant key changes, which I would say are the looks.
Yeah, they did that. They definitely look different.
Yep, looks like something. Key changes include redesigned front bumper that could keep redesigning.
Where is it? Where is the bumper?
No. It's. You see this right here?
Oh, that is what they consider the bumper. I
have
mean,
no earthly
I
idea.
don't know.
I'm just guessing.
maybe maybe I'm confusing. I don't know, the grill, the bumper. I don't know.
Well,
what
the
this
key
is.
changes are the bumper, the fork skid plate, and a revamped headlamp configuration.
They make you buy like 1, 2, 3, 4 more lights on top of the extra 2. There's like 6 lights in this front grill.
Well, you should be able to see really well.
I hope so.
They have a low-mounted headlamp and an upper grille. New elements enhance vehicle futuristic aesthetic.
Futuristic aesthetic
that
is
key?
what they're calling it.
Is that key for ugly?
I
Look,
think
maybe
so.
it just doesn't photograph well.
Do you want to see that in the wild?
You're gonna have to. It's a Hyundai. They're gonna be everywhere.
They will.
Well, it has a 12.3 digital infotainment screen and a digital instrument cluster. I think there's a photo below
Oh God, I hope not.
of the inside. That's what it looks like in blue. All right.
That is so fucking boring. Honestly.
What do you want from an interior of the car?
I mean, look, that one, it's a little less boring, but it's still,
That's fine.
We see so many interiors that just pop. You're like, oh my god, I want to sit in
Maybe the engine will pop for you. You get 191 horsepower with a 2.5 liter inline four paired to an 8-speed automatic transmission. Or you get a 2.5 turbo charged 4 with 281 horsepower to a 8-speed dual clutch automatic transmission.
I do appreciate a good dual clutch.
Everybody loves a good dual clutch.
Yeah.
Ready in any direction you want to go.
Yeah.
Going up, I'm ready. Going down, I'm ready. Going to this next story, we're ready too. This is a tease for the new Kia K4. Most of the time, the teasers kind of blow. This one, there's more, it could be better, but you do get some definitive shape difference, especially in that back half there.
It looks very different from things
scroll-
that you've seen.
I think-
but it's not like the other teasers we have seen when it comes to a car line.
Like the drawn line that's like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, or
don't-
what was the
I
one
don't-
bullshit of it was just like literally a car in a shadow. I forget what car company did that, but one of them just did a shadow. This is
Yeah.
a lot better than that.
Scroll down. I think there's more photos below. A new compact sedan will make its way to U.S. showrooms. See, that's a better. You get kind of the lights in the back end.
So they're just like
kinda
that
mysterious.
creepy character just standing under the light where you don't really see their face entirely.
Yeah, there you go. But you sort of see most of it, and you can see the rest of it March 21st.
I don't want you to look at my face.
That extra, and also is an extra large sunroof that sort of goes from all the way up to here.
Okay.
Really
I mean,
big
that's
sunroof. It looks like
to have a good, impressive panoramic sunroof.
they do.
Really is important in a car now. You know, because you
It
have
does.
nothing to do.
It changes the whole driving experience.
It does.
Because now, if you have a sunroof, I have to wear a hat.
That's where you went with that. I
do.
The fucking hat.
I do. My head will get all burned. I'll be this color. This color doesn't just happen overnight. Oh, it did just happen overnight. Took a couple of years and everything, but-
I'm just surprised that's where you were going, but that's good. I like it.
Hey, you'll love this next story.
and wear your hat.
This is the all-new Lincoln Nautilus. They get the new Lincoln Nautilus gets a brand new hybrid powertrain in this model. This is the third generation Nautilus. The base starts at 5210 to about 80,000 with the black label version with the hybrid option. It's a much bigger version, 2.3 inches longer at the wheelbase, and it also grew 2 inches in the other direction.
Giggity.
2 inches wider and 2 inches taller. It's just a bigger 2 inches all around.
Okay.
Doesn't have the V6 the last one has. This one has a turbocharged i4 with the same 250 horsepowers.
It doesn't look bad. It just looks like any other SUV, though.
4-cylinder, 100 kilowatt electric motor hybrid setup will get you about 310. That's sounds pretty decent.
Yeah. It does. I mean, you know.
But the 4, it's a really big SUV. If you put a bunch of stuff in the back, I don't think it's going to be able to handle it.
Well, I mean, when you add more of a load, the electric motors are going to have to, work more. So
Yeah.
it's going to decrease your battery time, and that's where
It's a hybrid. Then you'll have to use the gas more.
you do. So, that's where that trade-off comes. But that's how the car is overall useful.
But this one will also have Blue Cruise 1.2. The hands-free highway driving assist system with the changes lanes, traps the turn signals, follows the crosshairs, available in the Aviator this summer.
Wow, this looks like a fucking starship.
It is. I'm so glad you.
You know what I
found that
mean?
photo.
That's
what
a
an
fucking
interior.
starship cockpit.
24
Holy crap.
power massage seats, ambient lighting.
Oh, so you're going to be comfortable as well as navigating a
28
starship.
speakers system. Revel speakers.
Nice.
This part I think would be useless for me. 3 available fragrances from a cartridge in the center console armrest.
I don't know, man. If you want to like just make somebody happy, like, oh, this is a nice car, you hit the fragrance button, and be like, oh, this is a really great car.
Look, new car smell.
Beep boop. You know what I mean? Like that would be nice.
Oops, sorry, that was sleeping.
Even
Yeah.
if you don't appreciate it,
I
not
will.
having the sense of smell, the people in your car would be like, yeah, but you know what? He hits that new car smell. I really appreciate it when he hits that new car smell button when I get in the car.
It comes with 3 fragrances, and 4 more are available for purchase.
It's a really nice looking car. I'm not gonna lie.
Even though it does have an i4, but it's an i4 turbo, so
You know, it's still got a little pep in its step, and it looks nice.
just
I mean, it's not a
15
bad
more
looking
horsepower
car.
than my car, which is pathetic.
Yeah, but not everybody is as amazing as Mazda.
No, everyone isn't as amazing as Mazda, but you know what? Let's see what the Germans are doing. This is the new high-performance ID Buzz GTX. Available for more information on March 21st. It will join the other sportery offerings like the ID3
Okay.
GTX and the ID7 GTX Tourer.
Sure. Down.
It's unclear whether Volkswagen is gonna do a performance version of the ID Buzz. I've lost all track of Volkswagen's cars.
Oh my god, I forgot. I know about the Buzz. I think we talked about it.
We
but
have.
I completely forget what that even looks like.
You know, I wish they stuck with the old names like the Jetta, the
Yeah.
Civic, the Galant. I knew where
Yeah.
they belonged.
Or even when you look at like BMW or even Lexus, they with the 250, 350, like XI, X2, X3, Z3, Z4, they have a lineage of their cars that you can follow and understand. What are they doing now?
Well, right now, this is only going to be for probably not America. We're probably not.
God, thank God.
Get it, Europe.
I hope so.
But it's a performance version, so
Yeah.
maybe they'll send one to Fluffy.
I hope
Probably
he gets
not.
one. Gabriel
For free.
Iglesias, for those of you who don't know Fluffy. I really hope.
If you don't know Fluffy, like where have you
I
been?
really hope Fluffy
Where have you
gets
been?
one. I really hope like
He's a clean comic. Never mind.
He needs one of these cars. I mean,
He's only got a fleet of Volkswagen buses.
he's probably at the front of the line. Honestly, I think
Hey.
we're behind on this story.
Speaking of the front of the line, who's at the front of the line on this next story? The Nürburgring, where every car gets a harder ride.
Giggity.
For lap times, they don't care about the ride. They just want the speed is what matters. Porsche just set a time, which we'll get to. But that made me think, who are the 15 fastest that went around the Nürburgring? Let's give a look. With the fastest. At 605.3 is the Volkswagen IDR Concept, a battery-powered race car with 671 horsepower and 479 torques, thanks to 2 electric motors, and it only weighs 2,500 pounds.
Fucking ton? Jesus Christ, that is impressive.
Yes. We got down to the next one at... That's you.
Oh, right.
The next one at 645.09 with the Neo EP9. The company sold 10 of them for $3 million each in 2016.
Yeah, but I mean, if it took you like 100,000 to make them, I think you made a profit.
Well, they only made 10 of them, but they have the second fastest time we're going to cover today at the Nürburgring. Up next is the Rimac Nerva at 1705.2. It has 1,888 horsepower with a 0 to 60 time of 1.7 seconds.
Very impressive.
Up next comes the brand new one, the Porsche Taycan Turbo GT, the most powerful introduced Porsche with 1,092 horsepower.
Oh.
2 electric motors, the Taycan races 260 at 2.1.
I like it, man. I think the Nuremberg has really been the symbol for the automotive industry, and like that is performance. If you can make it around this quick enough, this thing
really
is fast.
It has all the bits you look for to tell if a car is really good.
Yeah. It's down to how good that track is.
Not comfortable, good.
No,
Quick.
good.
It's a racetrack.
It's a test track. We are testing what you did. We are putting you through your paces.
It's a racetrack that you could just drive up to. You pay a little fee, and you drive your car around, and then you come out, and then you do it again.
Yeah, it's fun. It sounds fun. Like if we had something like that around here, oh my God, that'd be amazing. You could just drive up, at least fucking run around your car and drive back.
Up next is the Toyota TMG EP002. The TMG EP002 is an electric race car prototype designed by Toyota in 2012 with 469 horsepower and 885 foot-pounds of torque. Holy crud. That's
as
a
well
lot
as
of torque.
A spy as well. Jesus Christ.
That's a lot of torque for one vehicle.
For one little vehicle.
Ooh. Up next, we have an exciting one, the Tesla S Plaid with track pack. While it isn't technically legal for European roads, there it is.
Not on a European road. It's on a track, though.
Yes, which is convenient. Let's go to the next one. The goal of this next one was to beat the Plaid. As you see, it didn't. It got 733.3. Second Taycan record attempt around the Nürburgring in 2022. That brings us to the end of our list and the end of our show.
We want you to hop on over here. Facebook.com/Lugnutz podcast, spelt with a Z, because Reggie. And we want you to like, share, and comment below. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can hear all the times Doodle Butt Ones at the end of this program. As well as knowing that it doesn't matter if you drive a Renault or a Dacia, because nothing rolls without Lugnutz. We'll see you next week, gang. Until then, drive on!
GM increases Chevy Trailblazer RS production to meet demand. Apparently, people like it.
I know, dude. I know.
Mercedes-Benz plans to backtrack and continue making gas engines till 2030. I couldn't remember if I covered this last week. Might have. Good thing it's the end of the
show. Doodlebutt is worried enough, but he's also worried to make sure that you tune in next week. Because we love you. We miss you. We want to see you then. Until then, drive on, Lugnutz. Bye-bye.
Drive on, Lugnutz.
So this is the end credits. Successful couple podcast, new D&D podcast, hit points and half measures. New F1 season. Abu Dhabi went well. Well, But one thing we want them to do well, of course, hit that like and comment below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Right above my head is going to be the very best Perjangers and Wallhangers video for you. And above Big Brother's head is going to be every single Lugnutz podcast in the playlist. And until we meet next time, Walljangers, drive on!
Drive on Lugnutz.